Hey guys, and welcome to my first look at Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This is quite a video game. It's been hotly anticipated, as a lot of you probably know. It's an open world, dark fantasy game. It's kind of, like, it borrows a little bit from Skyrim, but not really. It's also kind of like the story is very Game of Thrones-y, and it's really good. I'm enjoying it so far. So, for our first look, like, obviously this is a huge game. It's like, people have been saying like what 60 to 100 hours or something like that, and I'm like 10 hours in, so I haven't really scratched the surface. Like, I've put what would for most games be a substantial amount of time in, but I'm still pretty low level and I still kind of don't know what's going on to a degree, but I know how to fight things and stuff. So I thought for our first look, we're going to continue here, and I'm going to do a Witcher contract. These are not skippable, unfortunately. They're masking load screens. And I don't want to give away too much of the story, so I'm going to talk over this. And you can read it if you want, or not if you want. But we're going to be doing what's called a Witcher contract, which is... Let's go back for a second. So the Witcher series is about this guy named Geralt, who's a Witcher. He's an orphaned child who was mutated in special magical ways to become an ultimate monster slayer. So we have some basic magic powers. We are really good with swords and stuff, and we have like superhuman senses and strength. And we have a lot of knowledge about how to kill beasts. And what Witchers do is they go around and they take Witcher contracts, which is basically some town like this one will be harassed by a monster. And we come in and we figure out what's going on with the monster and then prepare to kill it, and then we get a bounty. And that's not like the main game, but it is a big part of the game, is killing monsters. But there's also a main quest line that you can do, but I'm not going to do any of that because, again, I want to keep the storyline kind of unspoiled for people who want that, as much as possible. Obviously there will probably be some minor spoilers here, but I'm not that far in either. So this guy is offering a Witcher contract on a Shrieker, so we're going to talk to him and see what he has to say.
Yeah?
Heard you have a problem. A monster you call a Shrieker.
Aye. Prowls about, it does. Snatches cows and goats mostly, but it won't scorn a man if it runs into one. Borzoi, huntsman under the old lord, well, he said enough's enough. Claimed he'd put a stop to it, drive the beast away. Took a hatchet. Laid an ambush for the Shrieker beyond the moat, where the fields start. It's where we found him. Gut stretched o'er the crown of a tree like gossamer. Took half a day to collect the parts. Put him in a grave.
So whenever you're taking a Witcher contract, you can do a little bartering minigame.
I know times
So we're going to do
tough,
that.
but I'll need you to cough up a bit more coin.
And so our base rate is going to be 235, and we'll piss him off every time we give him a deal he doesn't want to take. So you want to kind of, not go for too much more. I'm going to see if he'll do, let's do like 247. The last time I did this, I tried for like that much or so, and that pissed him off, and then I had to settle for a lower rate. So you kind of want to go as high as you can. It's like blackjack. So I'm going to try for 247.
I suppose I can add that.
Alright.
Yeah, risking your neck for us.
So you got a bit more. Money is pretty scarce in this game, so it's good to get as much as you can. I'm going to take the job.
By the time a professional took a look at this Shrieker, anyone around here know more about the beast?
Borzoi's son Simcoe does. Saw the aura with his own eyes. But you might find the lad hard to chat with. Still mourns his father, methinks.
I see. Where'll I find him?
At me homestead. I took the tyke in when he lost his dad. The mother passed long ago.
Alright, so as you can see, every cutscene in The Witcher 3, or every like conversation you have, was really well voiced by good voice actors for the most part. And really impressively done. So every single little tiny mini quest you do or anything like that is going to involve voice acting. So we're going to talk to this kid and see what he knows.
Can we talk?
Let me be.
Calm down, I just wanna...
Go, I said.
I want to avenge your father, but to do that I gotta know what killed him.
Shrieker killed him. Don't you know?
That name doesn't mean much to me. Describe the beast. Tell me what it looked like.
Something like a rooster, but huge. With a
Sounds
little
like a
tail.
cockatrice.
I heard Ruffler barking in the woods. Ran to see what you were on about. There were Dad, in the bushes. A hole through his belly. And he was moaning, screaming. I wanted to help, but how could I? How?
So this this upside down triangle here is the sign for one of my magic abilities that allows me to control people's minds. So I'm going to use that to calm him down a little bit.
Shush now. Calm.
Calm.
Take
Little
care.
Jedi mind trick, not trip. Was that the end of that? Huh. Okay, investigate the site of the monster's attack using your Witcher's senses. So we're gonna head over there. It looks like it's that way, but this is, we're on a little island here, so we're gonna have to go out via the bridge. So as you can see in the top right, we've got this mini-map. And it actually does an impressive job of, like showing you how to get to your places via roads usually, and it's not perfect, but it's pretty good at kind of pathing you around. Like for example, it didn't tell me to go and like swim through the lake. It told me to go over the bridge instead, which was a lot faster. This is my horse. You can call it anywhere you want. It's very convenient to pick it up. The controls on the horse are, you know, not the best, but they're fine. He's a lot quicker than just walking around, so it's nice to have a faster way to get places. I don't know how we're going. Oh, it actually says we're going 150 paces or so, so it was probably worth getting on the horse. As you can see, game is fucking beautiful. I had to turn down the settings a little bit and also turn down the resolution to record it. And even like I have a really powerful PC, but even so, I can't run the game anywhere near max settings, and it still looks incredible. It's probably one of the best looking games on the market today. So as you can see, we can go into Witcher Sense by holding the right mouse button or something else on the controller. The game plays perfectly fine with a controller, but I'm a PC snob, so I like to use the keyboard and mouse, but either way, it's totally serviceable. So we're going to examine these prints, and Geralt will be a smart dude and tell us what's going on.
Tracks are irregular here. Monster must have started staggering. Was wounded, most likely.
Alright.
Muzzle's caked in blood. Didn't give up without a fight.
So apparently he got into a fight with a dog. And also, these tracks can be followed.
Blood. Monster blood.
Or maybe not. Just monster blood. No, yeah, we can follow these splotches of blood so we can see what's going on. It's unlikely that we're going to have to fight it right away. Where did the tracks go? Did they just go into the water? Maybe it's this way, actually. No? Oh yeah, it totally is into the water. You can see on the map. Aha! Here we go. So it went through the water a little bit. And then up this hillside. So pretty standard, you know, hunting stuff in video games. Which is basically go into your super mode and then look for the bright glowing clues. This happens in a lot of quests. Probably a little bit overused so far, but that's fine. It's alright. The weird thing I find about this like design decision is that it makes you stop looking at the beautiful environment and just stare at the ground. But hey, that's fine. Alright, so find the monster's lair using your Witcher's senses. Looks like it's in this cave right here. And are we just gonna go fight it? That's unusual. Usually you'd have to find out a little bit more and then prepare by making some sort of bait or something. Okay. Looks like there's a dead guy in here.
Not about to leave. Bomb should smoke it out,
Okay.
though.
So it wants us to use a bomb, which I have. What did it want? Shit. Samum, Grape Shot, or Dancing Star. I'm using the Samum, right? Yeah, Samum is a blinding bomb. So... Oh shit, am I still out of bombs? Hang on. Oh yeah, I am. Okay. I forgot that I just expended most of my stuff in another quest. So we're gonna have to meditate, which is actually a useful thing to talk about. So there's this alchemy panel over here where you can make things, and here's bombs that you can make, and decoctions, which are like super potions, and potions, and oils, which you can use to attack. And all of these things will be used up, except for the oils. For some reason, those are infinite. But most of these things will be used up as you use them. And then to replenish them, instead of having to make them new like you would expect, once you've made the recipe, all you have to do is meditate. Once I cannot meditate here. We probably are too close to the monster. So we're going to go outside and meditate. And then upon meditating, you use some strong alcohol to replenish all of your stuff. I don't know how exactly that works. You just like sit still with your eyes closed and get drunk for a little while, and then suddenly you have all new bombs. But that's going to replenish our bombs, which we can then use to attack. But that's nice because you don't have to carry around like millions of herbs and stuff. You only need them once to craft a specific thing, and then you're done. So let's use our salmon bomb and throw it.
It's not here. Must have fled through another exit. Gotta nab it before it gets away.
Can we climb up here? No, the map wants me to go outside, so let's do that. So apparently we scared it off. Maybe we'll go kill somebody or something, who knows.
There it is.
Aha!
Get away this time.
So we're supposed to chase it down. Is that just a griffin, maybe? I bet it's a hybrid of some sort, which is going to mean that we're going to use hybrid oil. I might as well set that up right now. In usable items, I've got all my oils set up neatly here. Hybrid oil is for things like griffins, like chimeras, things that are made out of multiple animals, and I'm pretty sure that's what this guy is. So let's go ahead. Oh, it's just going to be called a shrieker. Okay. Let's see. I want to really quick check out my bestiary so we can see what the deal with this guy is. So it's probably, like I said, going to be in hybrids. It's not there. Huh. Oh, it's a draconid. Alright. Shrieker. The monster tormenting the residents of Crow's Perch turned out to be a particularly nasty cockatrice. I was right, it is a cockatrice. Geralt was not surprised the Baron's men had been unable to stop it. They could not possibly withstand the surgical precision of its strikes, which slice open arteries and provide an outpouring of blood. Only the swallow potion could hope to stop. Neither did they know to force it to the ground with a crossbow, a bomb, or a sign, and then evade its charge by rolling under the monster's outstretched wing. So if we shoot it, it will fall to the ground. It's vulnerable to draconid oil, obviously, because it's a draconid. It's good. Or grape shot bombs are good against it. And the sign Ard, which is a telekinetic blast, I'm pretty sure, is good against it as well. So we'll use that. But let's go. Oh yeah, inventory. Let's use the inventory management is huge in this game. Like, you spend so much time fucking jumping around your inventory. Oh, speaking of which, I should definitely equip my swallow potion as well. Swallow is a health potion, and Thunderbolt is a attack potion, so we're going to use both of those probably. And let's see if we have a grape shot bomb. I think we do. Yeah, we do. All right, so let's replace the Dimaterium bomb. That's good against magic users. The grape shot is just going to do a big explosion, which should hurt the monster a lot, so we can use that. And then we also, though, want to use a crossbow to stun it when it's in the ground. But for right now, let's use some grape shot. And then that's going to stun it. And then we can do some extra damage while it's stunned. Oh yeah, let's try the telekinetic blast on him too. Ah yeah, that's also going to stun him. Very nice. Alright, so this might actually be a short contract, so we might do something else after this is over. The last contract I did was very long, but I was also really underleveled for it. I'm bleeding. Alright, let's go ahead and use our potions. And stun the monster. Oh. You know what? I don't think it's as valuable to have that as it is to just have a protective shield. So we're going to use Quen Sign instead. We've got a number of different magic signs that can do different things for us. But Quen is generally my favorite. Like, if I'm against something that doesn't have a particular weakness, I'll just use Quen, and that's going to completely block one attack. Okay, so he's just taken off, so we want to shoot him. and that'll force him back to the ground so we can attack him. I just lost my Quen shield, so it's time to use that again, but you can see how useful that is. If you're only getting hit every once in a while, then using Quen is basically just full damage elimination. Let's go ahead and use another bomb on him though, because why not? It's just gonna do a bunch of damage to him. And like I said, those bombs are free. They'll just they'll be replenished with alcohol the next time I meditate, just like all my other stuff, so there's no reason not to use it. Alright. Oh, we're probably out of oil. So oil, like putting oil back on your sword is one of the most annoying things in the game. So I'm going to replenish that. It's good for 20 strikes. And it's going to make those 20 strikes do 10% more damage. And they're upgraded oils that I don't mostly have access to yet that do make it 25 instead of 10. But 10 is still something. I'm going to go ahead and drink another swallow potion, and why not another thunderbolt. But I'm reaching my maximum potion toxicity, so I gotta be careful about that. That green bar is how many potions you can take before you get poisoned by them. Yeah. Let's refresh my sign. So one of my least favorite parts of the game actually is combat. It's fine, it's totally serviceable. Oh shit. That was a super ability. The combat is totally serviceable for the most part. What am I doing? Oh, I think I'm trying to use bombs, which I don't know. Huh. Okay. Anyway, let's get another shot in, hopefully. There we go. So the combat is totally serviceable, but it's like the game feels too much like Dark Souls for me for it not to be Dark Souls. And it's just straight up, it's nowhere in the same plane as Dark Souls combat, but it's better than like, you know, Skyrim combat or something. So it's fine, but it's definitely, it's the weakness of the game to me. It's much more fun just exploring the world and experiencing the story. So we're going to take a monster carapace, a cockatrice stomach, cockatrice egg, cockatrice mutagen, dwarven axe, ooh. Smoking pipe, a skull, and a cockatrice trophy, and we can check that stuff out in a second. But that is going to be the end of that Witcher contract, which is way faster than I expected. I thought it would be like a 45-minute venture, but it's a very low-level one. It's only level 8, and as you go on, like I did a level 10 one recently, and even that was substantially more interesting. So let's see, 10% chance to dismember. I would much rather have 5% bonus experience from humans and non-humans. I'm pretty sure non-humans just means like zombies and things like that, like humanoids is what it means, not non-humans. So that's a segment, that would be like a crossbow. Interesting. Might try that out at some point. In fact, why not just, well, what do I equip it? Oh no, it goes instead of my steel weapon. Interesting. I wonder if I can still use oil on that. Like, Hangman's Home. No. Weird. So 100 armor piercing. Yeah, it's probably, well, it has way more damage than my other one, but this one can hold oils, and it has slots for runestones, and it has a bunch of bonuses. I'll probably just, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. So the way it works, by the way, is you have two different swords. One is silver for monsters and magical creatures, and then a normal steel sword for just normal natural creatures. But anyway, we're gonna ride back and pick up our reward for that quest. The way fast travel works in this game, by the way, is you have to be at a signpost to travel to another signpost. Hey, a monster nest. You know what? Why not? Let's make sure I've saved the game first. But I'm gonna take on this monster nest. We still have a salmon bomb, right? Yeah, we do. So we can blow up this monster nest and probably get some sort of reward for that. I've never done a real monster nest before. It was tutorialized in a recent... Fuck, I missed. We'd probably just use the Igni sign, honestly. Alright. And these are necrophages, by the way, so we should put some necrophage oil on our... There it is, on our silver sword. So we can do some more damage. Unfortunately, can't try out the axe on these guys because they require silver weapon. But presumably these guys are gonna spawn from this nest. And as you can see, this is kind of a, you know, standard open world fare. You know, you can be riding along to do one quest and suddenly be like, oh shit, look at this, a random side quest. Let's do it, why not? These guys are not doing a lot of damage. But the thing with ghouls is that they heal over time, so you really want to focus one down if you can. There we go. But as you can see, combat's a little spammy, is my complaint with it. Like, there's very little reason not to just swing my sword repeatedly and hope for the best. Because there's not really, I don't get much of an indication when that guy's going to turn on me and do his counterattack, like I would in a game like Dark Souls, where everything is really well choreographed, you might say. So it's kind of like, combat a lot of the time just feels like, I swing my sword, you swing your sword, we see who wins, like a turn-based RPG or something. Which is not really how I want it to be. Why is this guy... Oh, I froze him. Sorry, I totally forgot to have coin up. I'm gonna do that. And then hopefully destroy the nest, which will get us our ultimate reward. Man, game gets really loud sometimes. I hope I managed to balance that right. Because sometimes it's really quiet, but sometimes it's intense. Like, I almost can't hear myself talking right now. So, let's see. Oops, that was the wrong sign. Yeah, let's go ahead and use Igni. Will that work? Or do we need maybe some more bombs? I think I've used all of my destructive bombs, is the problem. And I feel like if I meditate, this thing will just spawn more ghouls. Well, let's try this one. That, like, blocks magic. Well, I can loot some ashes. Let's try Ard. That's also a destructive sign. I cannot do that now. Huh. I don't know. In the quest, I could easily destroy the nests with Igni. Maybe it just has a lot of HP? Let's try more Igni. Hey, it's on fire now. Are we doing it? Is this working? I don't know, man. I cannot... Oh, right. The reason I couldn't do that now was because I was in the magic blocking cloud for my bomb. Forgot about that. Well, let's at least go ahead and loot all of the shit from all these ghouls. Some venom extract and stuff. Pretty sure I needed ghoul's blood for one of my potions, so I'm excited. Hey, there it is. So I'm excited to pick that up. Maybe we can brew that in a second. Monster eye. There's this guy killed all the way over here. And then I think we might have to meditate so we can get our bombs back, and maybe one of the more damaging bombs will do it. I accidentally tossed my bomb at a fucking ghoul instead of my intended target. But let's just... Oops. This one... inventory clutter. So, oh, hey, destroys monster nests. That's exactly what I need. Alright, so let's do that. Did that work? I'm blinded. Is it destroyed already? Maybe it is destroyed. It doesn't... No, it's not grayed out, though. It would be grayed out if I had done it right. Oh, it's... Okay. Okay. I'm an idiot. That whole time I thought that pile of corpses was the monster nest. It's actually this little thing here. Okay, now we can loot that for some nice stuff. Gold ruby ring, very nice. Monster bone, excellent. Sorry, I'm an idiot. That was dumb. Let's check out craft or alchemy now that I have something that I needed. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here it is, black blood. So this is a new potion that I've never used before that makes it so that Witcher's blood injures vampires and necrophages when they wound him. And we can make that out of ghoul's blood, some suet mushrooms that are found in dark caves and stuff, and a little bit of dwarven spirit, which is like, I don't know, vodka or something. And we'll craft item. And now, so it's, you already have this item, so we don't have to make it that way again. I'm not going to need to go get more ghoul's blood. More ghoul's blood every time I want that potion. Instead, it's just going to be another one of those replenishable things. So next time I fight some necrophages, then I can just use that. And it'll be sweet as hell. What's this guy up to? Just, yeah, he's not having a good day. It's weird that we can't loot him or anything. But anyway, let's hop back on our horse and actually turn in the Shrieker quest before I get sidetracked again. And, sorry, I'm just saving my game there. And, yeah, at that point, I think you guys have a pretty good idea of what's going on with The Witcher 3. Like, generally, there's a lot more story involved in side quests. Like, we got a little taste of story there, but there's a lot of time spent talking to people about interesting, well-crafted stories that are going on. There's a big story behind the last monster I fought, which was a ghost of a scorned lover who ended up coming back and haunting the town, and I had to go and sort that out. And she was also incredibly hard to kill because I was like 5 levels lower, but I finally got it. But that took me forever, so I made sure this was a lower level quest when I did it. So let's talk to this guy.
Yeah?
Shrieker won't trouble you anymore.
Thank ye, Master Witcher. Your reward, tain't much, but as they say, take care of the pennies.
Huh, I could tell him to keep the coin for the little kid. But I kind of need money. Also, witches don't work for free. That's against their code.
Future, you keep me in mind.
Alright, so we have leveled up. That's actually a good thing to talk about too, the level up system. I didn't understand it at first, so my levels are a little bit fucked up. But the way it works is you have these slots that you can use levels in, and then these mutagen slots as well. So I can put any mutagen I want. Like I should have a few. Yeah, here they are. They're down here for some reason. So the color of the mutagen so far has determined what it does. The blue ones give sign intensity, the green ones give vitality, which is just maximum health, and the red ones I don't know because I've never had one. And then there are also 3 different colors of levels that you can get, and you have to socket those as well. It won't do anything if you just leveled up. You have to put it in a slot. And then it works. And there are also these colorless ones, which now that I understand the mutagen system are probably totally useless, and I don't understand why they exist. But my first ever level was this one because it gives you some regen passively, which seemed useful at the time. But the way it works is you'll socket your levels, and I can actually put this over here with no mutagen. At level 9 I will unlock another one. So the idea is you kind of want to specialize, right? Because I get bonuses for having green levels next to this green mutagen. So I have a vitality 150 because I have 50 from this, and then also 100 for 50 for each of these. And then I've been focusing on leveling those up so that I could keep this. But now I can maybe branch out a little bit, get a different green level. Oil applied to blades gives a 3% chance of poisoning the target. That seems pretty neat, and it also increases my potion duration time, which is also nice. I don't really need time slower when I throw bombs. I have no problem with that. And every known level 1 alchemy formula increases maximum toxicity by 1, which is weird because maximum toxicity is 100, so you'd have to know a lot. And I don't know that many yet because I'm early in the game, so that one seems useless. So maybe we'll get poison blades this time. And I could also be dumping more points into these guys. And to level any of these like tier 2 ones, you need to have 8 points in the branch, which means just 8 points distributed anyway along these 5 upgrades. But anyway, we'll stick poison blades in there, get our vitality all the way up to plus 200 from that, along with all of the other benefits because of this mutagen. A little bit confusing, especially at first. It took me a long time to figure out what was up with that. And similarly, I fucking leveled up this and this and this because I didn't know that those weren't actually applying until I figured out that I had to socket them. So, big mistake. There is actually a way, but it costs like 1,000 coins, and I only have 1,200, so I'm a little iffy about that. But for 1,000 coins, you can reset all of your stats, so I will probably do that at some point. But also, I'll be unlocking more slots all the time, so I can eventually get that going, and get all of the things I wasted. Also, this one is kind of passive, which is really useful. It's, you remember how in the conversations with Little Boy, we used magic to calm him down? I was probably able to do that because I had leveled this up, which increases the effectiveness of the sign in dialogues. You can use that in combat to like stun a monster by shutting down its mind, but you can also use it in negotiations, for example. There's one case in which I either had to pay a guy 50 coins or have level 1 delusion, so I just leveled that so that I would be able to do that quest without wasting money, because I figured I would want that later on anyway. It's the sort of investment that keeps on giving over the course of the game, so I leveled that. But that's the way leveling works. Really confusing, kind of weird. Also, crafting, similarly, super confusing in this game. Like, if you look at my inventory, these are all of the goddamn materials I have for crafting and smithing. It's just crazy the amount of loot there is. And I'm getting more all the time. Like, for example, we just got that Algul bone marrow, which I'm sure somewhere along the line we're going to need that for a rare potion. We also got this cockatrice mutagen for killing the Shrieker, which, again, I could equip if I wanted to be more of a sign-focused guy, but I've been focusing mostly on potions so far. And then this cockatrice stomach is also used in alchemy at some point, so some high-level potion is going to need that stuff. So I'll just need to hang on to that until I need it someday, because those things are obviously incredibly rare and difficult to find. And if I sold them, I would probably have to go track down the merchant I sold them to and be like, hey, I need that back, and they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna need 10 times what I paid you for that. So that's the way that works. And even here, like, fucking, it's really annoying that it mixes the potions with the books and stuff. But so we've got this food, which can be used in combat to heal, along with the potions, which can be used for a variety of things. And then we've also just got books, and then we've got these oils that we have to go into the fucking inventory. Oh, also my sword's almost broken, which is an annoying thing. We can go to a blacksmith and take care of that, because stuff breaking is a big thing in this game, and that's really annoying. One time I was like most of the way through a dungeon, like a story dungeon, and I couldn't finish it because I had to leave and fix my sword. There are also items you can carry around that are pretty expensive that will let you fix things on the go, but it's better to just go to a blacksmith to do it. But I didn't know that at the time, so I just leave and get my shit repaired, which was annoying. So we'll do that. So 51 coins to heal my sword. Pretty extravagant repair cost. It's not like a Dark Souls where it's annoying but at least mostly free. In this game it's pretty costly to repair your stuff. Not so much the armor, but definitely the weapons. My weapon tends to take like 100 coins every few missions.
So long.
But that's fine. You end up getting more from the drops anyway. But yeah, so that's The Witcher 3. I feel like you guys have seen enough now to have an idea of what the game is like. It's also so goddamn pretty. Like, I'm just moving the camera around, looking at stuff. Sunsets especially are like amazing in this game. What a pretty looking game. And also the world is just so well made and feels so alive when you're walking through it. Everybody has something to say. Every single person is well voice acted, with very few exceptions in terms of the well voice acted part. Some voices are a little, I don't know, but yeah, for the most part, just the game does a really good job of being amazing and being really good at what it does. I'm not a big fan of the combat, not a big fan of the inventory management, even the leveling system is a little weird, but despite that, I can't stop myself from coming back and just delving more into this world and exploring, because it's really, really cool. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you like open world games, if you like Skyrim, you're going to like The Witcher 3 almost without question, because The Witcher 3 is like Skyrim, but with a lot of improvements. But it's just not quite as improved as I would like it to be, but it's fucking cool. It's got a great story, it's got a great world, and it's a joy to play. So I highly recommend it. It's $60 right now, but given that The Witcher 2, which is of roughly the same build quality, or not build quality, but Like, roughly the same amount of artistry has gone into The Witcher 2, and it's been on sale for $5 for, like, you know, 10 years. Not that much, but a long-ass time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing some pretty aggressive discounts on this game within the next year or two. So if you really want it, probably pay the $60. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go for $40 soonish, and, you know, eventually it's going to be dirt cheap if they do anything similar to The Witcher 2 with it. So might be worth waiting, but I think it's worth it if you have the $60 to spare and you want to experience a great world and story. Highly recommend it. Good game. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.